I hope you guys are seeing our screen and also can hear me properly. Please let me know if there is any voice problem from my side or it is clear. You can raise your hand to just show the gesture that the voice is clear. We'll wait a couple of minutes and then we will start our webinar for today. Thank you. All right, everyone. Uh, everyone is welcome to this webinar. My name is Umar Ahmed Faruqi, and I'm the Technical Sales and Services Advisor for Fronius for GCC region and Asia, Pakistan. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone who has joined this webinar for today. Along with me, my colleague, Mr. Aziz Antonios from Egypt is also here, and he will be helping you answer the question that you will put in your question and answer session box. Today's webinar is for Fronius Verto, and we will be explaining our new inverter that will be already launched, and it will be available in the first quarter of the uh, coming year. And then we'll see what are the characteristics and what are the benefits of using this particular inverter in your PV systems design. As the main purpose of introducing Fronius Verto is to bring on the flexibility for your PV solutions for the complex systems design. As you know, for different rooftops and designs and shadings, you need multiple MPPTs. And for that reason, we have introduced Fronius Verto so that your system design team and your inverter can perform with the maximum output with multiple MPPTs, wide voltage range, and dynamic peak manager that is baked into Fronius. So, what are the power classes of Fronius Verto that we are introducing in this product line? You can see is Fronius Verto 25 kilowatt, 27 kilowatt, 30 kilowatt, and 33.3 kilowatt with 380 and 480 volts in three-phase inverter series. It is perfectly designed for bigger households or bigger, the small commercial projects like 50 kilowatt, 60 kilowatt, or 200 kilowatt, or it can be increased to that as per your requirement. Similarly, for 480 volts, we have Fronius Verto with the power class of 36 kilowatts and Fronius 30 with 15 and 18 kilowatt power classes for single phase US versions. So with total flexibility, what does we mean with that? And also some technical data related to that we will see is that for the rest of the world, three-phase 400 volts, we have 25 to 33 kilowatts power classes. For Latin America and Latin uh, regions, we have 480 volts three-phase and single-phase 208 to 240 volts and 15 kilowatt to 18 kilowatt power classes. Similarly to our snap inverters and the Tauro inverters in Gen 24, our inverter uses active cooling mechanism, and the temperature ranges are really good for the Verto as well, just like the Tauro is from minus 40 degrees to plus 60 degrees centigrades. For the environment and for the protections, for the outdoor installation, the inverter is IP66 and it can be worked with 100% humidity, and it can be installed indoor and outdoor with 4,000 meters above the sea level. The sizes are mentioned and the weight, it is really compact and the weight is really relevant as per the market requirement. So when we talk about the design flexibility for the Fronius Verto, we have introduced 4 MPPTs for all the power classes that are available. Every MPPT can be connected with 2 strings of the solar panels, and every MPPT current is 28 amps. That can be, the same for the MPPT current ranges. Similarly, the voltage ranges are really good. It is up to 1000 volts for the DC input, and the usable MPPT range is from really low starting that can help you to, start the inverter with only 4 to 5 solar panels. and can be extended up to 870 volts for the MPPT voltage range, and the maximum is 1000 volts. So the maximum usable DC power for a single MPPT is 13 kilowatts, and the maximum PV generator output power is 20 kilowatts. And also it is compact with our software design of Dynamic Peak Manager that enhances your PV generation and always be tracking the global maximum point tracking for the inverters to generate maximum power from your solar panels. So this brings on the Superflex design for the Fronius Verto with multiple MPPTs that is integrated. So the connection technology, it's similarly the same. We have seen for the DC voltage range and the ampere ranges and the connections. Now we'll be talking about AC connections, where you will find the M32 cable glands with 24.5 millimeter squares of the glands that can cope up to the maximum size of AC cables can be connected. Or you can have option 1 with M50 cable glands that can be connected up at your AC side for the inputs. For the DC side, we have direct connections, MC4, that you can directly connect with the inverters as per international standards. And then we have 4-wire AC connections possible instead of 5 wires with 3-phase neutral and potential earth. That is standard. Also, we have brought on our software designs for asymmetric generation. What does it mean? That you usually see is that inverters produces power equally on all phases and grid feed at the time of excessive power that you are not using, that is going back to the grid. But with this asymmetric generation design and the software that we have integrated in our inverters, not only for Verto but also for Tauro Gen 24s and the Snap inverter that you are already using in the market and are available, you can upgrade the software and you can now generate uneven power and asymmetric power that used to say on each phases, so that if any phase you want to control that for this phase you want to feed less power and on the other phase you want to feed more power, you can do it asymmetrically. So not only that, the inverter is coming with the maximum flexibility for 4 MPPTs. It is also coming with maximum safety that is integrated and coming as standard whenever you are ordering Fronius Verto inverters. So what we'll see that we have integrated SPDs, physical SPDs that you can see and replace whenever they get damaged. So no external hardware needed for the AC protection and DC protection side. So no retrofitting that you require in your DB boxes because everything is inside the inverter and you just have to plug and play the inverter at the time of installation. They can be replaced on site, and you do not have to replace the whole inverter just in case of exchanging the SPDs on the AC and DC side. So you have two options coming up in this particular inverter design, that either you can opt for type 1 plus 2 AC and DC SPDs or type 2 SPDs only at the time of ordering the inverter. So whenever you're ordering the inverter, you just have to select either you are going for type 1 plus 2 or type 2 only, and they will be coming as integrated in the same cost. So it will not only save the cost for the whole system, but also save the time and the costly installations and external DBs at the time of installation. So it is not only with flexibility in terms of PV system designs, but also really handy at the time of installations with less complications. It is also coming with archive feature, AFCI that we used to say. It's really precise in detection of the DC side arches or the AC side arches. So it is, uh, integrated function with the inverters and with the technology that we have and the experience we have in designing such hardwares inside the inverters. It gives us the edge, in building the trust and the confidence over the customers from last 75 years in the market. Also, the data security in these ages where we are seeing a lot of things and a lot of happening in the market, for the hacking and for different things using different platforms. So with us, it is really standard that we put every inverter in our data security. The data sites of Fronius uses its own servers. It is not using any third-party servers to secure their customers' data and for their inverters' data, and it is of highest peak. With ISO standard 27001 certification, we have the information security for the customers and for our devices. With the data protection and separation, customer data and system data are stored separately to defend any against cyber attacks. So whenever you're buying the inverter, you're not only buying the 4 MPPTs or the AC connection types or the safeties for the inverter hardware, but also for the softwares and for the cyber attacks that can happen by using those channels. With the European standards and our own servers, you can be very mindful with that. And with the data security that we have and the performance that we have for the cyber attacks, you will be very easeful that it will not happen with us. So for the optimal use, you can see that the inverter design very easy on the eye and very user friendly for the installation and for the EPC companies as well, where you can see very convenient way of installation of the SPDs and AC SPDs inside the inverter. So the place we have external DIN rail inside the inverter where you can put any third-party component or third-party devices just like generator controllers or anything like that. So there are a lot of space inside the inverter cabinet where you can install the zero export device or any external device that you want in the IP65 compartment of the inverter without any external DV box requirement. The commissioning process of Fronius inverters are really easy. As you can see that you need to have 3 applications in your cell phone that can help you in any stage of inverter installation or inverter monitoring or inverters troubleshooting. The first one for the commissioning of solar inverter, Fronius inverter, that is Fronius solar.start that you can use for commissioning of inverters in very easy way. You can connect using this application to the inverter's Wi-Fi and you can commission the whole inverter just by using your cell phone. Second application that is for monitoring that is called Fronius solar.web that you need to have to monitor your inverter's characteristics, production, power control and everything in the inverter. And the third one we will be also discussing is the troubleshooting app that is called Fronius solar.sos that can help you in troubleshooting any state code errors inside the inverter or to register the cases in case of any damages. Also, not only that, Fronius is not only providing you the data security with the flexibility design and the robustness of the inverters with IP66 protection, we are also providing you the simple planning of your solar plant. So you can be the owner of your plant and you can use a free online tool that is provided by Fronius with the name of Fronius Solar.Creator, where you can use it as to design the whole system by yourself by selecting any company solar panels, Fronius inverters, and then you can see maximum yields per year, and you can see yearly report of the inverters along with the geolocations where you can see your location and put the solar panels according to the your roof design and design the whole complete solution at your home on your inverter on your laptop screen, and then you can see the performance of the future of the inverters while installing the inverters. As I've mentioned, the monitoring platform of Fronius is really versatile, where you can see live monitoring. And when we say live monitoring, it is without any delays. You can see inverter data from the inverter in within 2 to 3 seconds on your applications live. So this is the meaning of live, not like the things that you have to wait 5 to 10 minutes to receive your current data of the inverter in your laptop or mobile screens. So the inverter data is directly transmitting from the inverters from Fronius Fronius servers that are owned by Fronius and directly on your cell phones and your laptop and tabs. So FroniusSolar.web is the ideal place to monitor your inverters, and you can see everything related to the state code errors and the power generations and the history of the inverter by itself on the same platform. Similarly, the third application that I've mentioned after FroniusSolar.start, Fronius Solar Web, this is the FroniusSolar.sos. It is 24/7 support that is available in your cell phone, where you can see all the troubleshooting errors that you're facing. Let's suppose you're having a fan error and you don't know what is caused. So you just write down the state code error with the inverter model and you can see the remedies to resolve that. And you can contact our tech support directly from that application and also register your cases if you're in FSP plus partner of Fronius in the region. You can register your cases directly and order the spare parts accordingly. So it's a platform where you can troubleshoot your inverter at any point in time without needing help from anyone outside. So not only that, the inverter is capable of these flexible uh, characteristics. It is also really important that your inverter can be working with other Fronius devices without any external devices needed. So the sector coupling that has made Fronius stand out in the market, that every Fronius inverter can be connected with the old inverters on the same platform and you can still monitor them all together on SolarWeb. So if you have Snap inverters placed already or the Gen 24s or the Tauros, you can also install the Verto in the same configuration and everything is really good to go whenever you do it. So with the open interface that we have in all energy sectors, the inverter is equipped with, just like the Snap inverters, we have this data manager for the Gen 24s and the detail of the Tauros. We have this pilot similar to that. We have the pilot, same pilot in the Verto, where you can have two Modbuses, two RS-485 connections, Modbus RTU, Modbus TCP, Solar API, LAN and WLAN connection for the integration of the inverter with the third-party components or the Fronius devices itself. So you can have efficient energy management, comprehensive monitoring, and the third-party compatibilities. Let's suppose you need to install an inverter with a genset, you can control it by using a third-party component very easily with the RS-485 or the Modbus protocols inside the inverter. So it not only gives you an edge, let's suppose you in future get a EV car and you need to install an EV charger, so you can integrate the EV charger with the same Fronius setup that you already have, or even if you in the winters you need to install a water heater, you can go for Fronius Home Pilot and get it all together in this coupling mode. So this brings us the flexibility and the bigger scope of designing the whole system with Fronius existing inverters that you are currently using or you will be using in future, that can be coupled very easily without anything additionally needed. So not only the product that gives you a confidence that why you should go for Fronius, it is also that why you select Fronius is that with the experience that we have in solar. We started back in 1992 and we firstly produced our inverters back in 1995. So we have around 30 years of experience already in the solar business, and we have actually seen the lifespan of our inverters for these 30 years. So when we say our inverters are designed for lifespan of 20 years, we have actually seen that, and our inverters are still performing that we produced back in 1995. So the designs are made for long service life so that you don't have to replace the inverter again and again. That gives us a really good thing that even if the inverter gets damaged, you have the spare parts to replace and you can do it by yourself. The sustainability also comes in. So whenever you're repairing the same inverter and using it, even if it gets damaged, so you're not only saving the cost, but also you're helping in the cause of sustainability for the earth. Digital support and services, as I've mentioned, Fronius have a lot of free platforms for the customers to troubleshoot the inverters by themselves, to monitor the inverters, to commission the inverters, and also design the systems by themselves, all together for free. So it is also coming up with that. And also, it is a family-run company that gives values to sustainability since 1945. So it's the roots, it's the customer trust that we build along with the product that we sell to the customers. So this is our focus, and this is what we are always targeting with our inverter components and designs. With that, not only the history, but how we are moving successfully together is that we have around 6,300 employees all across the world with 37 subsidiaries all across the map and with international partner networks that helps you get the product in your local regions very easily. And along with that, we have a lot of millions of satisfied customers worldwide. What we have achieved along these years, we have produced around 35 terawatt hours of electricity every year with our sustainable and repairable inverters, with around 3.8 million inverters installed worldwide, and with the capacity of inverters that are installed is 35 gigawatt, and we have around 381 active patents and numerous innovative concepts for the future, just like that we have for the dynamic peak manager of our MPPTs. Why Fronius is that we are the only top company that is producing the inverters inside Europe without having any external factories outside Europe. So everything is made in Europe. The from inverter design to R&D to the end product, it is made in Europe, and we are continuously expanding our roots. So with strict European quality and safety standards and also the data security, we are moving forward in not only in Europe but other regions of the world. And 95% of our contractual partners are located in Europe. So we have strong roots from Austria to Europe to other continents of the world. These are our value creation areas where Fronius is present. We have inductive components, cables, and other components produced in Czech Republic. We have final assembly line, electronic production, like mechanical fabrication in Sedlet, Austria. We have welding automation repair centers in Stanhouse. We have research and development in Thalheim, Austria. We have welding units, mechanical production, finishing, and assembly line also in Parenbach, and marketing and sales offices in Wels, Austria. So, with this, not only the customer trust and the history and the designing of the inverters, we are committed to high level of services provided to our customers that is making us stand out in the market. We have experts on our telephone supports, exclusively German and Austrian support sites, only trained electrical engineers on the hotline, so it's not like outsourced areas or hotlines where you just roam around and get nothing in terms of help. So we have trained engineers from the market that are supporting our customers all across the world 24/7. Local replacement parts warehouses. So for the inverters in Europe to be replaced, we provide replacement. For the export markets, we provide spare parts for the inverter that gets usually damaged. We have a lot of how-to videos and webinars present on our YouTube channel and website where you can get the technical support by yourself, or you can contact us directly on our hotline. Along with that, as I've mentioned, I've already introduced that we have solar.sos application where you can do the servicing of your inverter by yourself. You can troubleshoot, you can find user manuals, you can find training videos, and anything related to the inverter. Just you have to select the inverter model type, serial number, or the troubleshooting error code that you are facing, and you will have everything that you need to do. You can directly then contact our local representative, or you can call us directly on our hotline to get the support. So, not along with the flexibility of Fronius Verto with 4 MPPTs and the design and the safeties with the data protection, we have a unique Fronius Verto service concept that we have introduced along with these inverters. So, with Fronius Verto, we have a replacement policy for the inverters. That makes us quick and easy repairs of the PV site, no complex troubleshooting, minimize risks of another defect assembly during on-site repair, independence of weather conditions, and save time compared to circuit board replacement. So you usually know that for the Tauros, for the snap inverters, we have spare parts that you can get and then exchange it on site or at your service station. That can take a bit of time. But with this Fronius Verto, not only the design flexibility, but also the new service concept of replacing the inverter, that gives you a really good edge and save a lot of time for your engineers at site with the minimum downtime for the customer. So this is the replacement concept that we are bringing on for the service of Fronius Verto. Advantages of repair at the repair center: comprehensive error analysis, selective component replacement, preventive improvements, sustainability through worldwide availability of repair center, comprehensive final inspection in accordance with Fronius quality standards. So, not only that, we can continue to be replaceable with pilots. All the components inside the inverters are replacement is available. AC terminal blocks can be replaced. The cover of the entire inverter can be replaced. AC and DC SPDs can be replaced, as I've mentioned in the start, and also the pilot that controls, monitors, and can give you a really good access for the expansion in future that is required. So this is my time, and I think I have concluded relative things, and my colleague, Mr. Aziz Antonios, will be answering your questions in your uh, in that you have put it in question and answer session in the chat. So we'll be trying to answer that. So you can, Aziz, if you have anything, just let me know.
That was amazing, Omar. Thank you for all the information that you brought for the Verto. I think everything is now clear to everyone.
Hmm. If you have any questions.
No, not currently. Maybe if we're getting questions after the event, then we will answering them privately.
All right. So, with that, as my colleague Aziz informed me that we do not have any questions, so we would like to conclude. And before that, we would like to thank you everyone for joining this session. Hope you have learned new details about Fronius Verto, and if you have anything more to know, just contact us and Aziz and me, as everyone have my contact and email address is available on the website, and you can directly contact us as well. Our team will send you a follow-up email with the recording of this Fronius webinar and your suggestions for the future webinars. Thank you and